Okay, so hello again, this is Seth Winning, and I've got another update for you. First off, I'm going to see Janel next week. I'm going on the 4th, which is a Monday. I'm going to Chattanooga. I'm going to meet her kids. I'm going to stay down there with her until about the 21st, I think, and I'm going to come back here. In that time, we're going to hang out. We're going out to eat, or probably making some videos together since y'all like them. And I'm going to get a little taste of what Chattanooga is like. On top of that, last week, on the 23rd, I had a speech appointment, the first speech appointment I've had since, I don't know, like 2005 or 6. And the good news is I don't need an operation. I was wondering, because of my overall nasality, the nasalness in my voice, right? Oh, sorry, those people who you read lips, the nasalness in my voice. Okay, so I was wondering whether my voice and the overall nasality was caused by a deformed palate, because my uvula doesn't cover the hole in the back of my throat like yours does. So more air gets up in my nasal cavity and it doesn't really help my speech. So she hit me with my iPhone flashlight, and she looked inside my mouth, and everything seems to be normal or average or whatever that is, and so I don't have to have an operation, which, I wasn't really looking forward to anyway, because it will be my 5th operation. And, once you have 5... I go checking to see if my mic was on, and it is on. So, once you have 5 operations, you get a gold star. I don't know. Anyway, so what I have to try to do is I've been overthinking my words, because, every other thing I've done, like getting my left hand to pick up this lens cap, which is a relatively new thing. I've never picked up a lens cap with the left hand before. And getting myself to walk, opening doors, climbing stairs, all these things require a lot of effort, a lot of focus effort, like stepping and, putting your foot down and looking down at your feet so you're not tripping over something. And this all takes a lot of effort. But with my voice, it requires me to use almost no effort and try to, first I have to speak higher because all my voice comes from my throat and it strangles me. That's what I was doing, strangling myself. So what I have to do is speak from my stomach, which I can do, which I normally do, and I have to push my voice forward, and I also have to push my voice higher than I'm normally used to speaking. All these things sound weird in my head because I'm used to doing this. I'm used to speaking in my throat because the throat is a big, low resonance chamber and my head sounds good, but it doesn't sound good out here. Okay, so I'm trying. It's kind of hard when I'm reading, like in the AFI videos, because I have to get a lot of information correct and a lot of information out, but in these talking videos, it's easier. It's easier, so I can just... This, for you, those of you who don't know, this right here, it's called the mask. And you, without thinking of speaking, you were pushing your voice into the mask. And the way a voice box, where your vocal cords or your voice box works, is like picture, I don't even know what I was gonna say, and it was flowers blowing, all the spores go off. That's your voice box, and you're like, that's the air going over it. But also, if you're a musician and you used to play a reed instrument like a saxophone or clarinet, your reed is your voice box. You're just blowing over it. And right now, how I speak is I'm trying to force my sound out of my voice box, which is very bad. It's very tiring. What I have to do is just act like the wind. The wind is just blowing over the reed or over the flower, whatever it is. And I'm getting sound and it's going out my mask, my uvula will just work like your uvula works. I kind of have to shut off my brain, which I'm not used to doing. I'm used to, you know how some people overthink. Well, I overthink. And that's the extent of what I use my brain for. I'm always thinking, and now I have to forget. So it's very hard. But I'm not doing this. I'm not only doing this for YouTube because if I can drop the closed captioning I do, it will make my life much easier. I spend more time closed captioning myself on videos than I do actually filming the videos. And if I don't have to do this laborious task, then I can make more content and better content for you, where I'm not always sitting in a box. Maybe I'll get out and walk around like I did in Tucson in September. If you want videos, I can probably load one in the comment box below. Every other YouTuber, most other YouTubers are out walking around showing stuff off. Because that's really what I want to do in Chattanooga, because I've never been there before. I've never been to the state of Tennessee. I've been to Louisville, Kentucky. I have been there when I was 15, but we bypassed Tennessee because we were coming home from Tucson, Arizona, and Colorado on our cross-country trip. So we didn't need to add more states to our itinerary. So I'm hoping that I go into Alabama, maybe get some good Alabama barbecue, because I made some mayo barbecue sauce. I have a mayonnaise barbecue sauce with ground mustard and maybe some horseradish and paprika. And I've never heard of it before, so I tried it. It's pretty good. I use it as salad dressing, and people from Alabama would probably want to kill me. Maybe I made it wrong. I don't know, so I have to taste something to figure out what it's supposed to taste like. And I hope to go up to Nashville, because you don't know I like to play guitar, so hopefully that'll happen. If it doesn't, it doesn't, Can't go everywhere. And I'm looking like there's a wasp, because I've been having a wasp problem up in my bedroom. This isn't my bedroom, this is my filming studio, as it were, but my bedroom is pretty near, and I think I'm seeing a wasp. I may have to kill it. But that's another topic, because I was stung on Saturday behind my ear. That's how I woke up. So it's been a war with the wasps. Oh yeah, another thing I'm trying to do is to get my voice higher. I'm playing my guitars. I have a couple guitars, and I'm hitting notes and matching notes with my voice, so I get used to speaking higher and not being so self-conscious about it. Well, I guess I'm rambling on, and I'm going to be making content in Chattanooga, Chattanooga chats, maybe I'll call it that. Girlfriend Janel has fasted in it, and I don't, so it's going to be a luxury for me. So thank you for just sitting through this long explanation and speech therapy thing. So click that like button, subscribe, visit my links in the comment box below, hit that bell on my notifications about my next video, and have a better day. And I'll see you when I'm down there.